You can start by drawing up 7 dots, and then you draw up another 7 dots underneath, and I'll explain in a bit why that is. Then below that, we want a new band which has 8 dots and then 7 dots underneath that. And then in the last band, you can draw up 9 dots with 8 dots underneath that. And what I want and what I've done is I've put in stops in red here so that they're maybe a little bit more clear. And in the top band, we want to draw in our first stop at the 3rd dot in the top line going down through our band. Then from the 5th dot in the bottom bit of our band going up the way we have a stop. And the reason that we have that is because we want to create a rhythm that's 2-2. So you have 2 dots above, 2 dots below, 2 dots above, 2 dots below, 2 dots above, and 2 dots below. And that's also why there's effectively an extra dot here, which is actually one of the rules that you shouldn't have. But in this particular case, it makes sense, and I'll show you why. So we'll start here by drawing up our band. And we draw this band in one continuous line. Now, I hope that you can see that if we did not have this effectively extra dot in our bottom line, so 7 dots here in the bottom, we wouldn't have, it would end up being 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 2, 1 if this dot wasn't here, if we were following the rule. So in order to create this particular rhythm, you need to have this extra dot here. Of course, you could lengthen your band, draw in more dots, and you could have a dot here at the top. And then effectively you would and you'd also have, that would then be your next stop effectively, that your line would come over. So I hope this makes sense. So, but basically in the book, it just goes to here. It just shows this. The next band that I want to show you has this 2-1 rhythm, as you can see. And here it's fairly obvious to see what's happening, and we'll maybe draw that up with a different color. So here we are drawing our band like this. And again, it's one continuous long line which creates this 2-1 rhythm. So it's a 2-1 rhythm, above that 2-2, but it's got 8 dots at the top and 7 dots below. And of course, again, you could extend this band by adding in more dots and more stops, the way that this band is looking. The next band that I want to show you is basically a band which also has stops in it. But whereas we had the stops running up through the band here, what I've done is I've reversed it, so the stops are now running down through the band. And I've tried to do this so that you have your 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 rhythm going here. And if you want to, you can pause the video now and try and do this yourself, and then start it again and see how you draw it up. So if you drew up your band and tried drawing it, then it should look like this. So you start here down in front of the bottom first dot, then you come up around, come come down through your band, up, up over your dot, down, now you might think, well, what happens to these last 2 dots on your right? We need to catch our last 2 dots. So effectively, we draw around those as well. And then that way we have not a 2-1 exactly up here reversed. We have a 1-1, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-1. So that's the rhythm here. So it's not quite the same as this. You can't quite make it so that it looks like this. I'll be back next week with a new form drawing exercise for you.